Okay, so I've got this procedural content that I want to start demonstrating to you how we can start working with this. I'm going to have several videos that will be covering this. So the first three videos are just going to go towards getting this green grass structure set up. It's basically a simple terrain generator. It's cubic, it's voxel, and it's really lightweight. This is like 120 lines of code. So I want to explain how that gets built, but I'm going to do it in separate videos so that it's easy to track each individual part. And then after the first three videos, we'll start getting into more videos that talk about additional things like adding mountains, adding water, adding paths, adding structure, adding pathfinding, all sorts of different types of things that we might look at. But we'll start out with just the basics, and every single addition is intended to be very tiny, very simple to approach, and pay attention to only what we need. So in this first one, I just want to take a look at one key part of this, and that is that all of these cubes right here, they are just a simple green cube that exists as a prefab in the world. Right there, a prefab in the world, and it has one simple script called cube. There's nothing special about it except for the fact that it contains a vector3 integer called position. Vector3 integers are just a default part of Unity if you haven't noticed them before. So you can call in them and use them, and they will implicitly convert over to a position. A vector3. So the float will accept this in. It doesn't go the opposite way. You can cast it that way and it'll accept it, but it doesn't like to go for the integer to floats. It's fine. All right, so that's all that does. And we'll get into the other two systems, which it's broken out into the system that stores and manages the actual data of all these objects, and then the bots, which right now just has the ground bot, which is the core amount of work right now that actually goes out and builds this. One other thing that I want to talk about on this particular video is the timing. As this is being generated, there is a timing element on this, and that timing element is specifically so that we can see it, and that is important. It is vital for debugging. If I set this to run and let it generate 10,000 cubes in the first frame, and then went to go look at it, I would be taking a look at the structure like this and saying, okay, well, that's kind of an interesting landmass, but I have no real concept in my head of how it actually came to create that. So because of the fact I don't really understand how it created it, like what choices it made, because it's all random right now, how it came to this decision, that means that when I say, well, I don't really like that part of the shape, I want to manipulate this so it generates this in different ways, I don't exactly know where or how to manipulate that code. I can take guesses, but I have a lot more information when I can take a look at it and see it generating it and how it moves over time. So use this. This is a great practice for your procedural generation. Once you've got something where it's producing the worlds that you want, it's producing the content you want, at that point, cut out all the fluff. Cut out all the stuff that lets you visualize it, unless, of course, you're generating a toy to play with and to be able to watch this, because it's fun to watch. All right, I'll talk to you later.